bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's base. It was bloom and addiction. A miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic and I grew up in a...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. 2 teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Redskins going up against the Cowboys. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the 2 men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22. Yard line. The first carry down for Rob Kelly. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
They'll go again with Kelly, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Third and long for Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They direct snap it to McFadden. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. The Wildcat, McFadden. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And a Wildcat formation here.
Let's go!
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Now Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now they try the right side here. A beautiful fake. And he's got some space here. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
2nd down, Cousins. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Green 39.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Throwing is Cousins. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
This will be taken in at the 1. Ooh, with a juke. And now here come the Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they do finally get him at the 12. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come up in a 2 tight end look here.
Let's go.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 14 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And now following the timeout, we'll see if the offense tries to change things up. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Offside, defense. Still first down.
They go play action here on first down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. A first down throw for Cousins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Give. This is Kelly. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Cousins the thrower, caught on the right side, Reed. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Here's Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 19 yards there. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play. But you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me. In high school.
Sounds like you doing it,
no,
right?
It's really fascinating at what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. And likely time for one final play here in the half. So they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Did I just see all of that happen? Did I just see the pass?
Oh, they... Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So as the set designers rush out here to get us ready for the spectacle to come at intermission, these two teams will head to the locker room in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Late in the first quarter, great stiff arm here on the run, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Cowboys have it at the 14. Elliott's going to take it off the right side, and he'll run it in from 14 yards out, pushing the lead to 10. Now to late in the first half. Cousins got to rush the throw, and it's intercepted. Lee's in position, and he's the one who comes away with the ball.
Do you seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. Third quarter action now. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, nice move. Now
come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure, all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They come up in a 2 tight end look here.
Come on, let's go!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And they do finally get him
at the 12. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 75 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They've had a tough time tracking him down all night, and that might have been the best chapter in the Super Bowl book so far.
And I don't want to jinx him, but I just saw the engraver walk by with the Super Bowl MVP trophy. Maybe it's in order for him.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Prescott to throw this time. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll make it third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and now it's fourth down. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he shifts past him. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now Kelly running left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Here we go. 3-19.
On third down, Cousins. He's got time in the pocket. And able to find Garcon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. One quarter remains in Super Bowl 51. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns has got him in the lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll go on the ground. And some room to roam now. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point try by Bailey. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So now after the timeout, they'll try for it 1 more time.
Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for two when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. Oh, the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
They'll come out in the pistol. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And again this time to the tailback. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Yet again, here's a Wildcat look.
Come on, let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a...
There he goes right side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Here we go.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
There's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position. Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Another Wildcat look here. We've seen this a lot. Now they try the right side here. And an alley to run. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Stays on his feet. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And the Dallas...
It's going to be a long day.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flash.
How else am I gonna get it?
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Everybody, I'm Larry.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Here we go!
Prescott off play action. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go!
Play action now, Prescott. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And bringing the Patriots out, Tom Brady. And Tom, now the second youngest and second oldest quarterback to win a Super Bowl after winning it this past season. Going to turn 40 on August 3rd. How much does he have left in the tank?
I would say that the tank seems like it's darn near full. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that, because no one is supposed to be playing at that type of a level at that age in the NFL, yet Tom Brady's doing it. And it's absolutely phenomenal to watch. We know it's going to come to an end one day, but I'm projecting it out farther than I ever would have thought because of the way he played this past season.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting mix of tackling ability and coverage skills.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And complete on the right side to Bennett. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Taking it about the 16. Oh, spinning away. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Going right side, he has Winton. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough,
Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with Chris Hogan. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Hogan, 53 yards. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
And his kick is right through. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Throwing again, Prescott he rifles one that's intercepted. And it's the linebacker, Shea McClellan, with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions. And, boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct. I know from an offensive perspective, you every play to be a big play. But sometimes the defense actually wins, and they did there on that draw play. Good job by the runner just taking care of the football, because he didn't want to compound a bad play by turning it over.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. Gets a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And let's shift now to talking about the Patriots defense. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
So this game's not very far along, and he's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator, what do I do in this situation? It's only the first quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make him beat me another way? Because the risk is if I don't, he ends up having a monster game. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a handoff looking right. And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third.
Don't make me beg.